The Northern Christian Women Coalition paid courtesy visit to the presidential candidate of Action Alliance (AA), Dr. Al-Mustapha, at his residence. The leader of the coalition, Honorable Princess Leah Solomon, narrated that the group began consultation to meet all presidential candidates in the next general election in order to create collaborative efforts in bringing back the lost glory of the nation in terms of unity, peace, security, and religious tolerance, leading to nations building.
And the whole world to know who we are and to address all the aspirants. That one thing that came to us as of this organization, number one, you are the first aspirant we are paying courtesy of to tell you what we are. So it's a privilege to have a woman, respected woman like this, to tell them what we have as Christian Northern Women Coalition in this country. Like smile to tell you, sir, you're coming out is a testing ground to tell the world that still what God inspired in your life, you are going to manifest it and to tell the world that this is you. I need to congratulate you again, because the foundation laying of the security, we have been watching over your advocacy. We have talked much about security. God has given talents to individuals, but your own talents precisely is on security. We appreciate all what you have been saying over media about the security. Maybe a time like this, God has brought you for an end of politics, an end of security, the menace, killing cool souls that are being killed. To hold it under your preparation to be the president of this country. Who knows it? Negotiate, pray alone, find the master plan to eradicate the issue of the insecurity with the other aspirants, because we are dying, women are suffering. A lot of things are happening in this country which negate the progress of this country. When the security is okay, everybody can have his livelihood. But we are here to appeal to you in the continuity of the coming 2023 election. By His grace, something positive will come to an end for the insecurity in this country. As our dynamic leader, we collectively want to plead with you. One, I have said three. We need transparency. We need peace. We need collaboration, understanding the capacity of women we have in the northern Nigeria and the youths we have with moving together. We always say that the umplicable cord that join a child with his mother shall never be regretted. And that's why we're speaking on behalf of the women inclusion in your cabinet, because we need to voice this, because in the northern Nigeria, we are very much limited in the National Assembly and the House of Rep, which we think with this advocacy under your party, if we have women that can be motivated and accelerated to be out as a mouthpiece in the greenhouse and the upper house.
Meanwhile, Action Alliance presidential candidate Dr. Al-Mustapha, in his response, assured the coalition that the demand of the group has been well stated in the party's manifestos if elected in the next general election.
Nigeria has come of age where things must be done differently. If I can sum up the sum total of your speech, I have this to say. The essence of any leadership is restoration of people's hope when their confidence is lost, and or vice versa. But primarily, any leadership on earth, it does not matter how voluminous your manifesto is. It doesn't matter the problems in the country. It doesn't matter the dreams, whether you have it or you don't have it. It doesn't matter the strength and the wealth of the country or of the people. It does not matter the knowledge and the endowment of the people and the resources mixed together. we are all set to attain 6 things only in leadership for the people today and tomorrow. First in the list, and not because you are women, and not because of the qualities of yours that I enumerated earlier, but it is evident that dignifying women is a fundamental issue that should never under any guise be compromised. And second, wherever you see a mother, you should understand her children is the fundamental issue. But the children in any country, that is the future and that is the strength of the country. So empowerment of the youth is a deliberate policy we have. It is part of our manifesto, and it is as expected of any responsible leadership anywhere on earth. And third is securing the country itself. Today, the yearnings by all, old and young, north and south, Muslims, Christians, associates of Nigeria at home, in Africa, and indeed around the world, is Nigeria's security state. Nigeria is not secured. In our manifesto, it's a cardinal point. And number 4 is the issue of returning Nigeria to the mainstream of the destination of international community. From the point of view of the following issues. 1, getting Nigeria to know who she is from the point of view of her economy, her security, diplomacy, and relevance in the international community. These 4 are not known to many of the candidates, are not captured in manifestos, so we are just here to play routine. I'm not accusing any candidate or any party, but if at this point in time, with all the pains facing us, we're here to capture this and know that this is the direction, then something is wrong with us and something is wrong with the country. And finally, is to understand our heritage and core values are what we should now be seen to have ourselves restored and bring it back to order amid so numerous changes that from 1999 to date were deliberately altered so that Nigeria and Nigerians should be seen to be scavenging for nothing amidst plenty. That to us is something we cannot compromise. And then finally is to tell you that this country has lost so much. This country has been taken for a ride. This country does not require a leadership that is coming to maintain routines. This country requires innovations and creativity. This nation is rich, and from what we have, knowledge and the resource persons we have on Nigeria's soil and those in diaspora, it is evident that this country, minus every single sentiment, should be seen to be one of the most peaceful, one of the most productive, and one of the richest on earth. Management will become critical, and these are the worries we have. So we pray that we as a country and candidates and parties should be guided and know that using religion and using sentiments from ethnicity does not play and cannot play. That is a secondary, unacceptable approach that is shallow-mindedness in seeking for leadership to a country that is as diversified as ours. So it doesn't support the law, it does not support the art governing even INEC in itself. We are one country, our constituency is Nigeria, our law is one single entity called One Nigeria with a common direction and a common future. Yes, the more knowledge you have about yesterday's games, and the more knowledge you have about the new plans against Nigeria from next year and beyond is extremely frightening, especially if we're still looking at it from yesterday's point of view. From yesterday's point of view, in the sense that we look at it as if it is a blame game, while the actual things that are going on is a pre-arrangement that is to retard this country into a state of identifying Nigeria or classifying Nigeria in a short while as a war-torn country. We know about this and we have facts in our hands. Well, people can classify it so, but the time start has not, the 28th of September has not kick-started. And the fact that people see us as small, it doesn't mean we are not crisscrossing Nigeria as provided for by the law to consult, to contact, and to make ourselves known. It's just that the campaign proper starts on 28. But the fact that you see us talking to the north and south, old and young, it tells us we're doing something. Once something snowballs and come out like a bolt out of the blues at the end of the day, you will understand what I mean. It's strategy, is understanding Nigeria and knowing what to do. I am confident and I am sure once Nigerians get to know who we are and from what we are doing and from the realism we have in our hands, I know the future is ours. One deterrence you have against circumventing any law is unison from the people in understanding the games. She spoke about it, we know about it, and we know in the history of rigging in Nigeria, at least from late 70s till today, none that has escaped us. We captured it and we have taken note of it in instilling discipline tomorrow by way of presenting more bills so that there will be close-in gaps in educating people, educating the younger ones, in sanitizing the democracy in itself. So for her to have spoken about it, it's gladdening her heart to know that the knowledge is working, of people giving warnings to those who believe that attaining power should be through show details of dirty riggings.
Well, first and foremost, as a leader in this country, especially in the 19 northern state and FCT, we have a lineup as to visit all the aspirants to tell them what it called a spade a spade. One, we have decided alphabetically to meet this dynamic leader to tell him all that it talks about 2023 election, to even congratulate him for coming out. That's the first thing as Christian women, to congratulate someone, to boost his moral of coming out. Secondly, to encourage him to manage the legacy he had. When we talk of legacy, it means a lot. What you have done and what anticipating to do at the future forecast. We have to remind him that this is all we need. And thirdly, we need to encourage him because he is a dynamic leader on security wiseness. When we talk of legacy, we know the role he played. And he can change the narrative to encourage him. If that's God for him to get the presidential election with the 2023 coming up, let him put it at the back of his mind. These are the encouragement as the Christian women in northern Nigeria. When we talk of security, I can't talk again. All of us, we are under the last danger. It's only grace of God that is protecting us in this country. So with that, we have to bring up on board that let him reconsider this. And lastly, there is need of collaborative effort to let them have, it's not do or die affairs. You have to introduce that dialogue forum with the grace of the aspirants so that they can collaborate. What are the needful things this country need? What do we need? The youths are dying, the women are dying, cold blood are being shed. What are the needful? People die because of hunger. Do you know that? These are some of the things we need to talk to him at an earlier. We need to prepare his mind as he's coming. If fortunately God give him, let him put at his mind that these are what the Northern Christian women has postulated, restructured, and to put it as a food for thought in his life.